It's a bad mammal right there. He's got some serious carry going on. Another! Kick it! That's on. Still here. He's got some kind of mojo going with that carry.
Doesn't it just seem unfair? You're throwing your ball down there, you're seemingly throwing perfect shots, you're hitting the pocket every time, and you can't carry anything. It seems like it's bad luck. Meanwhile, somebody on the same pair of lanes, let's say rolling the exact same bowling ball, shooting telephone numbers, carrying everything they throw, it's a strike. Nothing that you can throw makes a strike. Now, why is this? Deflection. Now, we first have to understand that if you're throwing a 12-pound bowling ball or a 13-pound bowling ball or 14 even, you're not going to get the carry that the big guns get when they're throwing 15 and 16-pound balls and revving it out the wazoo. But if you're throwing a pretty good weight ball and you're not carrying, watch where the ball finishes behind the pins. It'll go all the way through the pins and guarantee it'll be behind the 9-pin, even right of the 9-pin when it's finished. And that's a sign of deflection. Now, what we need to realize is that there is a window of opportunity with these bowling balls. They're going to skid down the lane, they're going to hook, move toward the pocket, and then roll through. If you hit those pins with that bowling ball after it's finished rolling, in its roll-out state, well, the pins are going to win every time. You got 40 pounds of pins and 16 pounds of ball. The pins win every time because it has no drive. It's done. Burn up, we call it. But if, on the other hand, that ball hits the pins in its hook state, before its momentous drive state, same thing. It's just like a car skidding on oil. It's going to deflect off those pins. There's just too much weight down there. So we have to recognize that window of opportunity and hit the pins when the ball is in its driving state. We need to pay close attention to your bowling ball as it's going through the pins. There's a myriad of information down there at your disposal. If you're striking time after time, hey, this is always a good sign. But pay attention to the way you're striking. You're tripping some fours. You're getting the 6-pin off the wall into the 10. You're blowing racks. All of this is a good sign. It's a sign that your bowling ball is winning the battle over those pins. But when you stop striking, and you start leaving the corner pins, the 7-pin, the half 10, the ringing 10. Watch where your bowling ball is ending up in that pin deck. If it's behind the 9-pin, maybe right of the 9-pin even, your ball's experiencing some deflection. That's when you know that a change is needed. So in a nutshell, you're going to have to first determine whether your bowling ball is hitting the pins too soon or after it's all happened. Secondly, you can go into the pin deck and find out where that bowling ball is finishing to determine whether your bowling ball seems to have the drive. But at the end, you need to watch the carry. If you're leaving a lot of 10 pins, flat 10s, ringing 10s, weak 7 pins, a lot of 4 pins, your bowling ball is deflecting. And you have to determine what is necessary for you to either delay the bowling ball to hit the pins when it's in its momentous state, or whether you need to get it to roll up a little sooner. Get into that state quicker. Hit those pins in a drive state. If you're not striking, you got deflection. Simple as that.